something cooking inside, something very creative, very colorful. This was giving a good use of things that you probably don't need anymore, but you made art out of it. Oh, she's also wearing jhumkas. I think in a way we would be twinning. It says Gulabi, Shibu, and this is like a disco. It's like a huge disc.
This is the world of Gulabi Shabari. Now imagine an Indian miniature painting. If she comes to life, how would she look like in 100 years from now? I suppose she might look like her.
I think the one that caught my eye the most was the hand gestures of Bharatanatyam.
Unless we don't disturb them, it won't react.
When my dad passed away last year, and I was cleaning up his room, I found a lot of photographs which he had collected.
Again, looking at it closely, I cannot really say what it is, but it's very political for sure.
ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಬ್ಬ ಮಗುನು ಹುಟ್ಟುತ್ತಾ ವಿಶ್ವಮಾನವನಾಗಿ ಹುಟ್ಟುತ್ತೆ, ಬಟ್ ಬೆಳೀತಾ ಜಾತಿ ಧರ್ಮ ವರ್ಣ ವ್ಯವಸ್ಥೆ ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಚೌಕಟ್ಟಲ್ಲಿ ನಮಗೆ ನಾವೇ ಅಲ್ಪಮಾನವರಾಗ್ತಾ ಇದೀವಿ.
It's like a normal chessboard, right? But if you look closely, you can only see the pawns and the king.
So once you play this game, you realize that it gets to a point of stalemate.
Hello, the intense viewers of Intense City. Today we are here at Chitrakala Parishad and we're going to go take a look at the Bangalore School of Visual Arts and something cooking inside, something very creative, very colorful. You can see it before you even enter the room. So let's go see what's going on. So entering through here, the first glance of it has occupied my attention. Honestly, it's so cool to see, but I would love to know the stories behind all of them. Going around Chitrakala Parishad has been quite interesting for a lot of different reasons. And when you come to the other side of it, we see this wonderful, huge piece. And this is the artist. So let's hear her concept of this.
Hi, my name is Valentina Philip and I'm a printmaker from CKT. Most of my work is very experimental. I'm in love with the process of printmaking and I've done some research on the topic of wooden tagdeo, specifically like etching with nitric acid on MDF. Most of my work is about the concept of fear. And mostly like the fear of things that are much bigger than myself and bigger than humanity. And that may be simple topics such as religion, community, and especially community for me because I come from the island of St. Lucia in the West Indies. That's where I grew up. But I'm actually natively from Kerala. So this kind of like confused cultural identity has made finding community very difficult for me. So in this series called Multiples, the bigger work and the prints, they're all about this lost cultural identity and how that can be really horrifying sometimes.
Guys, you should brace yourselves for this wonderful setting over here. And I think the one that caught my eye the most was the hand gestures of Bharatanatyam, the language of Bharatanatyam as it's written. And I've always really been curious about it as well, what the gestures might mean. I would definitely like to know more about the whole concept and why. So let's talk to the artist.
My name is Vaishnavi. So basically, I've illustrated these 4 books and it explains how to form the hand gestures. So if you see, they have like step-by-step instructions of how to form the hasta, and they also have one-word meanings, exclusively for kids and beginners who want to learn Bharatanatyam. So this is volume 1 and it has covered all the 52 hand gestures.
So we have this right in the center of the room, and it's actually one of the first things that will caught your eye when you enter this part of the room. From my assumptions, I think this might be like a frame, but it's also depicted as a table that I definitely want to have in my house. But if you look more, there's like a light. I don't know if that really has something to do, but the art itself is really cool. That's just few of my assumptions. I'm only assuming this is like a portrait, like a frame, because of these nooks here. But let's really see what it is, and we have the lovely artist here herself, so let's ask her.
Hi, I'm Hema, master's final year. I have made a product design which is problem solving for the younger generation. I have named it as Molo. So here you can see I have used tagline as grounded Nemadi in orange color, which will activate your dopamine immediately and entertains your brain. So this is a low seating table. So when we are sitting down like this posture is called as Sukhasana. Our head, spine and the whole body is aligned, and immediately you will feel relaxed. Why I have used a tiger here is the tiger is the calmest animal. Unless we don't disturb them, it won't react. The focus of the tiger is very productive. When we are sitting on the table and working, so our 100% focus is there in the work.
Hi, my name is Ananya, and I'm a master's student in printmaking. And this work is about memories and how we view it in our heads. When my dad passed away last year, and I was cleaning up his room, I found a lot of photographs which he had collected and which he had clicked of his family members. And even though he's not physically present in them, you can still feel his love and care in those photos. And in real life as well, it's similar to us. When he's not here, you can still feel his presence in these pictures, or the clothes he wore, or the perfume he uses. And I wanted to make a work based on that.
Okay, and here's the other room of Chitrakala Parishad. We've come across this very cool artist, and this is actually some of his work here. I think as an observer, I would think that these are probably some expressions we tend to make a lot without even realizing it. That's just my assumption. More of this, I think this is sort of a thing that, you would see on a daily basis. Honestly, I have seen, living in Bangalore, I've seen a lot of corners like these, but I don't think I've paid special attention to it. But as you can see, the artist clearly has. He's got the cigarette butts there and the waste glass there and the dog, and very, very detailed. And same with this one. I'm not sure what to really assume with that. I think it has something to do with politics and maybe religious aspects. I'm not very sure. And coming to this massive painting here, which is so cool. Again, looking at it closely, I cannot really say what it is, but it's very political for sure. So those are just a few of my assumptions as the observer, but we have the artist here.
ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ನನ್ನ ಹೆಸರು ಪುನೀತ್ ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ನನ್ನ ವರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಕನ್ನಡ ಸಾಹಿತ್ಯದಿಂದ ಇನ್ಸ್ಪೈರ್ ಆಗಿ ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡಿರೋಂಥದ್ದು. ಸೊ ಈ ವರ್ಕಲ್ಲಿ ಕುವೆಂಪು ಅವರ ವಿಶ್ವಮಾನವ ಸಂದೇಶ ಆಧಾರಿತ ವರ್ಕು. ಸೊ ಅವರ ವಿಶ್ವಮಾನವ ಸಂದೇಶದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳಿದಾಗೆ ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಬ್ಬ ಮಗುನೂ ಹುಟ್ಟುತ್ತಾ ವಿಶ್ವಮಾನವನಾಗಿ ಹುಟ್ಟುತ್ತೆ, ಬಟ್ ಬೆಳೀತಾ ಜಾತಿ, ಧರ್ಮ, ವರ್ಣ, ವ್ಯವಸ್ಥೆ ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಚೌಕಟ್ಟಲ್ಲಿ ನಮಗೆ ನಾವೇ ಬಂದಿಯಾಗಿ ನಾವು ಅಲ್ಪಮಾನವರಾಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಅಲ್ಪಮಾನವರಿಂದ ವಿಶ್ವಮಾನವರು ಆಗಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋವಂಥ ಒಂದು ಸಂದೇಶನ ನಾನು ಈ ವಿಜುವಲ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜ್ ಮುಖಾಂತರ ನಾನು ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನ ಪಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಸೊ ರಾಜಕಾರಣಿಗಳು ಹೇಗೆ ಜಾತಿ, ಧರ್ಮ, ವರ್ಣ, ವ್ಯವಸ್ಥೆ, ಭಾಷೆಯಿಂದ ಜನಗಳನ್ನ ಹೊಡಿತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ಅವರ ಒಂದು ಅಧಿಕಾರಕ್ಕೂ ಬರೋಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಜಾತಿ, ಧರ್ಮ, ವರ್ಣ, ವ್ಯವಸ್ಥೆನ ಅಸ್ತ್ರಗಳಾಗಿ ಬಳಸ್ಕೋತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ನಾವು ಸಾಮಾನ್ಯ ಜನರು, ಕಾಮನ್ ಪೀಪಲ್ ಎಚ್ಚೆತ್ಕೋಬೇಕು, ಸರಿಯಾದವ್ರು ವೋಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಉದ್ದೇಶದಿಂದ ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಯಾಕೆ ಇರುವೆಗಳ ಮುಖಾಂತರನೇ ನಾನು ರಾಜಕಾರಣಿಗಳನ್ನ ರೆಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ಸೊ ನಮ್ಮ ಕಾಲ ಹತ್ರ ಹಾವು, ಕಪ್ಪೆ, ಜಿರಳೆ ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಾಣಿ ಬಂದರೂ ನಮಗೆ ಸೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಬಟ್ ಈ ಇರುವೆ ಕಾಲ ಮೇಲೆ ಹರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋದ್ರು ನಮಗೆ ಏನು ಅಷ್ಟು ನಾವು ತಲೆ ಕೆಡಿಸ್ಕೊಳಲ್ಲ. ನಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತು ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಇಷ್ಟು ಕರಪ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ, ರಾಜಕಾರಣಿಗಳೆಲ್ಲ ಇಷ್ಟು ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತ, ಬಟ್ ಆದರೂ ನಾವು ತಲೆ ಕೆಡಿಸ್ಕೊಳಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ನನ್ನ ಈ ವರ್ಕ್ಸು ಕೂಡ ರಾಜಕೀಯ ವಿಡಂಬನೆ. ಸೊ ಇವತ್ತು ನಾವು ಬೆಂಗಳೂರಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲೇ ಹೋದರೂ ಬ್ಯಾನರ್ಸು, ಪೋಸ್ಟರ್ಸು ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. ಇವತ್ತು ಟೆಕ್ನಾಲಜಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಮುಂದುವರೆದಿದ್ರೂ ಸಹ ನಾವು ಇನ್ನೂ ಪೋಸ್ಟರ್ಸು, ಬ್ಯಾನರ್ಸಲ್ಲೇ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. ಪ್ರತಿ ವರ್ಷ 1.5 ಲಕ್ಷ ಕೋಟಿ ಖರ್ಚು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಸರ್ಕಾರ ಬ್ಯಾನರ್ಸು, ಪೋಸ್ಟರ್ಸ್ಗೆ. ಅದು ನಮ್ಮ ತೆರಿಗೆ ಹಣ. ಸೊ ಈ ವರ್ಕು ಕೂಡ GP ರಾಜರತ್ನಂ ಅವರ ರತ್ನನ್ ಪದಗಳಿಂದ ಇನ್ಸ್ಪೈರ್ ಆಗಿ ಮಾಡಿದಂಥ ವರ್ಕು. ಈ ವರ್ಕಲ್ಲಿ ಒಬ್ಬ ಕುಡಿದಾಗ ತೊದಲು ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾನೆ. ಸೊ ಅವ್ನು ಮಾತಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾಗಿ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಅವನು ಬ್ರಹ್ಮನಿಗೆ ಕೇಳ್ತಾನೆ, ಸರಸ್ವತಿ ನೀನು ಹೆಂಡ್ತಿ ನನಗೆ ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾಗಿ ಮಾತು ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ, ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ನೀನು ನನಗೆ ಲಾಯರ್ ಆಗಿಬಿಟ್ಟು ನಿನ್ನ ಹೆಂಡತಿ ಹತ್ರ ವಾದ ಮಾಡಿ ನನಗೆ ಮಾತು ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾಗಿ ಕೊಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ಹೇಳಿ ಸರಸ್ವತಿ, ನಾನು ನಿನ್ನ 4 ತಲೆಗೂ 4 ಬುಂಡೆ ಎಂಡ ನಿನಗೆ ಲಂಚ ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂತ ಒಬ್ಬ ಕುಡುಕ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ. ಸೊ ಆ ಒಂದು ಸಾಹಿತ್ಯದಿಂದ ಇನ್ಸ್ಪೈರ್ ಆಗಿ ಸಮಾಜದಲ್ಲಿ ನಡೀತಾ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಅವ್ಯವಸ್ಥೆಗೆ ಕನ್ನಡಿ ಹಿಡಿಯೋ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಲಾ ಇದೆ, ಡೆಮೋಕ್ರಸಿ ಇದೆ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಇದೆ, ಇದ್ರೂ ಕುರುಡಾಗಿದೆ. ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಬ್ಬ ಕಡು ಬಡವನಿಗೂ ನ್ಯಾಯ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಸಮಾನವಾಗಿ ಸಿಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಈ ಮುಖಾಂತರ ನಾನು ಹೇಳಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಬಯಸ್ತೀನಿ.
Okay, we're here at a whole different vibe now, and I think a lot of us love this one. It says it's related to cyber, as you can see. I think these are like tattoos or maybe of some of that sort, but I'm just saying it as an observer. But the creator of this is quite cool herself, so let's hear from her.
Hi, my name is Ishika, and I have converted tattoo style cyber sigilism into jewelry. So cyber sigilism goes way back to 2010 in the Berlin rave clubs, and by a person called Angel Blood. People used to get themselves tattooed with this style to represent personal identity. And the sigil in cyber sigilism stands for symbol, nothing but symbol, with which you manifest things. So sigils go way back to the Vikings era, where they used sigils to manifest things. It could be occult, it could be spiritual. And later comes Austin Osman Sphere, whose theory I've used he's modernized the sigil theory, where you can make your own sigils and manifest things. So I have made the phrases in such a way also that Gen Z would relate to these phrases and the manifestations. I've taken like some aspect of the sigil into my project, and majorly it's cyber sigilism that I've used. The medium for the jewelry that I've used is soft solder, where you melt the solder wire and make these shapes and combine the spikes and make the jewelry. So that's my whole project about.
As I was looking around, I came across one of the art pieces here, or more of like a concept, I would say. It's like a normal chessboard, right? But if you look closely, you can only see the pawns and the king. There's no other players or anything that we usually see on a chessboard. So in order to understand this concept, we should talk to the artist herself.
So this is actually only pawns, and you can only play with pawns because the idea came from the sentence like being a pawn in someone else's game. So I connected it to current politics, how it is right now going on in politics, and how people are being used as a pawn. So once you play this game, you realize that it gets to a point of stalemate, and nobody is able to win this game actually. It is actually reflecting upon the reality of current times.
On the other side of that lovely piece that we just saw, we have these 4 televisions here. And it's a pretty unique concept because I've never really seen anything like this as such. But according to the artist, this is a stop motion animation that she has created.
These stop motion videos are made from my paintings, and I converted into videos. So these are very childish, but it has themes of like politics and consumerism and getting consumed by something. So I explore these heavy themes with kind of playfulness, and I wanted to give a feeling of watching a cartoon when we were little. So that's why I used this set of old TVs to depict these ideas.
So I stumbled upon this very, very cute corner. And if you're like me and you love Korean food, I think you would love this in person. There's like a menu. It's clearly like a restaurant in first glance. And you've got the cutleries and maybe different sauces over here as well. Looking at it as a whole, it's very, very heartwarming. But to understand it clearly, we have to talk with the creator herself. So let's speak to her.
My name is Satyabama. So I've created a brand identity for a Korean restaurant. So I've designed the logo, the menu, the packaging design, and the whole restaurant ambience. And I've decided to do this because when I visited a few restaurants in Bangalore, they were very plain and the interior was not very welcoming. So I wanted to create a space where the food and the interiors was designed well and be a community space as well as a restaurant. These are few posters I've designed for the interior. So this is a famous dish in South Korea, which is called samgyeopsal, and other is a noodle dish that is also popular there.
Right next to it, we have another very cool corner here. From first glance, like me, if you're an observer here, you would directly notice the post-its. And there's some cards. I'm not able to really make assumptions as such of my own, but it looks very interesting for sure. And yeah, to understand it more, we can talk to the artist as well.
Hi, my name is Adya Bama, and I'm Applied Arts final year student. So I've designed a card game that's based on Indian superstitions. So these are the wisdom cards and these are the superstition cards. You have to see the symbols and match it with those cards accordingly. So this is the symbol. So once you match it, it becomes a pair and you get a token. So the aim of the game is to get 3 pairs and get 3 tokens to win the game. This is like feedback people have left after playing the game, how they thought of it.
This particular hall is filled with a lot of 3D art that you can see. As you can see, like over here itself, it's like, you know, it's like gonna come out and fly. This one's actually quite an interesting one. As you can see, there's like a sort of a mummy, like, you know, hanging off of there, and it's like balanced. It's very, very 3D. Same with this one. If you just look at it, there's like details. There's a person, depicted person at least, inside of this, and the one on top. And coming to this side, we have this, which kind of reminds me of a Pandora box, but a prettier version. I wouldn't want to wreck this one. And if you look closely again, there's like coins. These are decors that are made with coins. And with this one, this was giving a good use of things that you probably don't need anymore, but you made art out of it. Very 3D. It's almost my height, if you can see it. Just a prettier version. Has pink hair. Oh, she's also wearing jhumkas, which is really, really cool. I think in a way we would be twinning. This side is it says Gulabi Shibu, and this is like a disco. It's like a huge disc sort of a situation, and it's pink, so that's a plus. And this one I think probably would be my favorite. Looking at it, I want all of that jewelry with me right now.
My name is Ilm Gyananjan Kaur Chahal, and this is the world of Gulabi Shabari. And over here you guys are looking at a coin installation. It's a part of Collective Conscious Color series where I involve everybody else, people in my art making. So for almost 1 year, people gave me coins, and whosoever donated coins to me, I started jotting their names down. So that is a scroll of how many, like more than 100 people gave me coins on this. Over here, we'll move towards Gulabi Shabari. Now imagine an Indian miniature painting. If she comes to life, how would she look like in 100 years from now? Maybe, I suppose she might look like her. Her name is Gular Gaze, and made with like materials which have been not used. Like I used wood, which was like previously a chair, suddenly changes a narrative, becomes a memory into a new object. A CD is a reflective CD where it's more interactive, and it was really nice seeing a lot of people clicking pictures and admiring themselves through the imagery of pink aura. Apart from that, I also create masks. Hopefully, I will understand one day why I make these. But for now, I can tell you, we humans, we either protect ourselves or we hide some part of ourselves through these masks. That's the gist I can give you for now. And hopefully I'll find out as I make more masks, why am I doing these? But yeah, this is the world of Gulabi Shabari and my artwork.
So you've definitely seen me make assumptions till now, but let's ask the other observers of what they think of this big art piece right here. So
At first glance, it looks like a girl who is happy in her own element, that is, like she loves nature, and it's her routine that is shown in the work.
what do you think?
I think similar to what she said, like she's in her own space when she's in nature. That's what I'm getting a feeling out of this painting. So